Yeah, I have a couple experiences to share. The first one pertains to meeting with the Arcturians, not specifically the Arcturians, but sort of meeting with these other body types. Before I was interacting with a few others. Just recently, though, last night I had an experience where I could see Rebazar on my right-hand side, and I couldn't really tell where we were, but the idea is that we were meeting up with some gray aliens. And I had the impression that these grays are on the earth, that either they live here, they're living in some kind of cave system or wherever they're at. But the idea was to interact with these beings to see if they're willing to sort of help us to try to get some assistance. That was the first experience. I don't know if Duane, you want to say something, or I can go to the second one.
Yeah, that's good, Jeremy. Yeah, the Greys are underground. They're in the tunnels. And so there is a military guy. They killed him. He has videos still. I think his name's Steve something. I watched some of them years ago. He actually encountered them and I think shot at them or they shot at him. Etc. many years ago, and he confirmed all this. And then the cabal killed him. Yeah, he was a major colonel or captain or something, but he found him underneath the ground, and he did a lot of reporting on them. But yeah, that's where they are. They live underground. Yeah.
Oh, what was his name? The general or the admiral?
I don't think he was that high, but I think his first name was Steve something. You'll find, just look probably on YouTube for, info on gray aliens in the tunnels. Yeah, that's where they are, underground in the tunnels. That's where they are. Yeah.
And the second experience, it was pretty straightforward. How I was seeing it, and that was I was in it seemed to be like a San Diego area. It was San Diego area, and I was there, and I had this backpack on, and I was in military fatigues, like the boots and the you know how they have the pants and the olive shirts and stuff like that. It's all tucked in, and I had my head buzzed and kind of shaved like that. And I knew that I was going to one of the military ships out there to enroll. That was the whole idea. I was going to go enroll in the army. And when I was going over there, I needed to ask somebody for directions, and they were really shocked that I didn't have a car. I remember for some reason that stood out to me, that they were sort of like, "Well, why aren't you just driving over there?" And I said, "Well, because I don't have a car, so I'm just gonna run over there." So I was running the whole time, kind of like jogging. And anyways, I make it to the ship, and I meet with the general or whoever, this individual, and he puts me into this special group. Like there's the main kind of army, but then there's like the special kind of group, and I'm grouped up with another individual, and we're sent on these special assignments. Well, we had our special training and all that, and I remember the experience then went to where we were standing on top of a cliff. We were standing on top of a cliff, and our task was to jump off of the cliff and deploy our parachutes before we hit the ground. But our parachutes weren't attached to us, they were in like a little sack. So we would have to pull them out while we were falling and then sort of strap them on and deploy them. It was like a test. It was a very interesting experience. That's where it ended, though, standing right there on the cliff. That's sort of like that cliffhanger, making that choice. But I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's making the leap is what it is. That was Paul's cliffhanger idea. In other words, he also explained that, we're like hanging on a cliff, and actually the idea is just to let go, and all of a sudden there's the ground. That's the idea too. But taking the leap, yes, there's different ways to do it. And the idea of the parachute is that's your personal part to figure it out, you see. So the real you decides to take the leap or whatever. So we see that you're still here, Jeremy, so everything's okay so far. Okay, no, thank you, yeah, for being here, young man. Just prepare. You decide if you're coming, just prepare and just You decide, just do it, just like a parachute. That's the whole idea. You see, in other words, you're ready to make the jump. And I wouldn't doubt if the other person with you is Kevin, you see. So that's the idea there, that you're just going to make the jump. And San Diego is the reference because we do have an address box there in San Diego. So that's the reference itself. And this is like the military. You know, we're on maneuvers, and this is just how it is. It's wake up because the world's funny and we deal with it. So, yeah, thank you. It's good.